Hello, and welcome to our mini session of talking about making your own luck in your travel business. My name is Dana Zifizak, and I am a travel agent educator where I teach agents the marketing and sales strategies I used to go from 0 to 800 clients. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so let me, I just want to make sure that this is going off without a hitch and that you can hear me. Let me go ahead and delete this. Okay, awesome. And then just can someone let me know if you can hear me? It says that my, what's it called? It says that my audio is working, but I always like to double check. Thank you, Karen. Awesome. Okay. Great. Okay, so this session, and like I said before, this was supposed to happen last week, but I had no voice because of travel and I don't know what was going on. But anyway, so we're doing it this week, but a little programming note. I so be on the lookout tomorrow in the Facebook group. So if you're not in my sales and marketing for travel agents Facebook group, okay, so just if you're not in there already, type that into Facebook search bar and join because we're going to do kind of a resort March Madness in the Facebook group starting this weekend. Just something fun, why not? Right? So be on the lookout for that. Okay, so let's get started. Now, we want to talk about marketing versus sales. All right. Both are critical parts of our business model. Okay. If you are an independent agent, that means you have to market and sell. Marketing is how you get new clients. Marketing is the work you do to inform, attract, and develop interest in potential clients versus selling is converting a lead into a sale, into a booking. Okay? So marketing and selling are both parts of your business, but they're very different. The thing they have in common is the person, okay? In order for someone to hand over their credit card and give you a deposit, they need to know, like, and trust you. All right. And that's what marketing does. Marketing builds this know, like, trust factor. So that way, when it comes time for them to book a trip, they know that you are the person they want to go to because you have so much knowledge. You're going to make their trip memorable and you're going to make their trip better. Okay. Because of the type of marketing you do. Now, here is the secret. All right, is to market to that most ideal client. Okay. So this is why I harp, and the members of my sales lab will say this all the time. Anybody who's taken a course with me, it all starts with the ideal client. Okay. It all starts with that person because remember, this is a people business. This is not you're not a robot. They have robots out there. Okay. There are websites they can go to and get an algorithm driven suggestion. That's not us. We're the people who put our feet in the destination so that we can help clients find out what will work best for them. If they're going to be spending $8,000 on a vacation, it better be $8,000 in something that is worthwhile. So that is why they book with you. Okay. But to get them to book with you, they need to know you understand what they need. Okay. And that is the essential part. That is why I always say, who is the client we're speaking to? Who are you speaking to? Because that's going to drive your messaging. Okay. Now, this is a marketing expert guy. The more you know about your audience, the more chance you have at making content that resonates. Use that insight to look them right in the eye and say, this is for you. So you have to be able to take the point of view of your most ideal client. The reason being is because there is so much content, so much information out there in the social media world, in their email inbox. There are things coming at them all the time. What the reason why the ideal client is such an important part of your messaging is because it stands out. Now, how do you do that? So, first, you have to identify your ideal client, which we did a little bit the other day. Who is it that's going to book that trip that you want to book? And like I said, and I'm going to show you some examples from my own marketing too, so that you can see what I mean. But you want to identify the person. Now, you can have multiple audiences, and I'm going to show you what I mean by this when I give you my examples. But I don't know if you hear Devin out there, but somebody, UPS truck drove by. The UPS truck is just not allowed on the street. It doesn't even need to stop here. My dog was barking at it. You see one dog here. Well, actually, oh, and I didn't put the gate up, so we might get a special visitor. She's a good girl, but she gets the other one, and you can't see him now either. But anyway, if mayhem happens behind me, I'm sorry. Um, but she's probably downstairs looking out the window, making sure the UPS truck doesn't come to our house. All right. So anyway, back to where we were talking about ideal client. Okay. A message for a couple that is in their empty nester years is different than a couple that has young kids. Okay, so who are you wanting to book for your trip? So you want to market something, like something just came in a couple, maybe an hour or so ago or this morning from Disney saying like all these things are happening this summer. And how am I going to market that? Well, first I have to think, okay, who would this most of my ideal audience of the people I book, who can I target with this most? Because who would be most interested in this? All right. And then I go from there. You're always starting with the person. All right. So, because the algorithm wants to match your client with content that they'll like, content that they'll click on. And here's the thing, the algorithm is our friend. Let's just go with it. Okay. We can't control the algorithm. I wish we could, but we can't. But when they see people clicking on things, if it's resonating, then you know you've got a winner. Okay. And that's how the algorithm works. We have to work with the algorithm, not complain about it, because when you complain about it, nothing gets done. But if you do what that algorithm wants us to do, which is speak in a way that attracts the right people, because when there's that attraction, they will read what you have to say, they will click, and then you will have another little checkbox in their little know, like, and trust factor box. Okay, because one post is not going to convert a client, one email is not going to convert a client. It's a consistent part, it's a consistent marketing strategy that after whatever amount of time it is, they now trust you to book their trip. Okay. So they might find you while they've already planned another trip, but now they know, oh, I'm going to book with Dana next time because this was a disaster. This was just too much work. Okay. And that's fine. So we match our ideal client with the content that they would like. Show people the content that they're likely to be interested in. Okay. And here's the thing, it seems so simple. But the problem is, if we just go and put up some sort of stock image of, you know, whatever's going on, I can't remember. I honestly, I see, this is why people's memories are bad. Okay, this is why you constantly have to be reminding people. Like, I see people always complaining about clients forgetting things. I read something like 2 hours ago, and I'm like, I need to do a post about this. I don't even remember what I read. I know there were 4 things for this summer at Walt Disney World. Anyway, I have to go back into my email and read it, because clearly reading it once did not cement in my brain. That's why you always have to be patient with your clients and understand that they've got a lot of stuff going on. They're trying to keep the dog from barking at the UPS truck, all these kinds of things. Anyway, so showing them the content that they're going to be interested in. So you have your followers, You have the people who are following you on social media. Who are they? Are they the right people? You might need to be getting new followers, but let's just assume the people who are following you are your ideal client, okay? Because we don't have time to go through the whole system of how to get the people onto your followers. But anyway, you need to make sure the people who you're talking to are getting the message that they want to hear, okay? Or it doesn't sound right, but like are getting something that speaks to them, okay? So let me show you a couple of posts that worked really well. Now, some of these are from a couple years ago, but they still are relevant. And then I have some more recent ones. Okay, so now I do Disney, Universal, Sandals Beaches. So I am families, all right? Mostly families and couples, because guess what? Families, there are always couples. And see, I'm getting a lot of anniversary requests right now. So that's just kind of how life is going. But anyway, so the first one, here is a sign that your Disney trip is in your future. I have to look this way and look at the slide because that's too small for me. If you have a package book and link to your My Disney Experience account, you receive a discount on your Magic Band purchase. Order them at least 75 days to ensure they are delivered to your house in time. Okay, so that I took a picture of my Magic Bands when they came in. That's my laundry room counter. I took a picture of that. That did really well because it speaks to people who are booking that, they're looking forward to that Disney trip. And everybody has questions about the bands. Everybody has questions about the bands. So you want to make sure that, it's simple. It's not like a big long essay, but it is something that will resonate with my ideal client. And then this one did really well. The Never Have I Ever Disney edition, where it has all these different things, that took off. So, like, think of that, Never Have I Ever Cruise edition, Never Have I Ever Universal edition, you can European edition, you can take that and come up with different things. And, and the whole thing is give yourself a point for each thing you have never done. So the lower the points, the better your score. All right. So now this was actually one from a couple weeks ago. Okay. I was at an AEP, an Agent Education Program in Disney, and they showed us one of the garden suites at the boardwalk. And this took off. And I said, it's a perfect place for either your honeymoon or anniversary. Most of my people are anniversary people. They're not really honeymoon people, but I put that in there too because, we're at the point where I'm at the point in my career because I started with, selling Disney 11 years ago. Some of those families, their kids are now graduated from college and might be going on their honeymoon. So I might be getting into that, next generation there. But this did really well, and it did really well for a couple reasons. It's something rare. I put it in the frame of a celebrate for your anniversary because that's a hook for people. Anniversary's coming up. Wouldn't this be cool? Okay. And I know a lot of my followers are Disney people. They like Disney. So this would be like, oh my gosh, so cool. Will they book it? I don't know, but it got them to interact. It got them to comment. It got them to share. Okay. And then also, what did I do? I asked somebody else to take my picture in front of the stairs in that garden suite. Do I love this picture? Absolutely not. But it shows my smiley face in that garden suite. So you want to remember that in your marketing, even though we're talking about the ideal client, you want to put yourself in there. You want to put yourself in there because they're booking with you. And I'm in a course right now and talking about marketing, and the instructor said, she's like, the more you put your face on, research has shown, the more that your face, if they're doing business with you, the more your face is on the post, the more they trust you because they're seeing your face. So do I love this picture? No, but it connects. All right, one more example. This one also did really, really well. And again, I saw it. This is how a princess vacations. The royal rooms of Port Orleans Riverside have been updated and they removed the carpets. I personally prefer the rooms without the carpet. What do you think? So this is how a princess vacations. I'm going for families, little girl, but this also sparked a debate between carpet and hard floors, which I really didn't see coming, I guess, but it was because, again, parents are one of my ideal audiences. They have opinions on how dirty the carpets can be in a hotel room. Like, we don't need to go, but anyway, they went there in those comments because people have a lot of feelings about that. And so this actually did was the top of my, like, when I went into my insight for the past like 90 days or something, this is one, or I guess it's not 90 days because this was December. But anyhow, this was the top one as far as reach goes, because not only is it showcasing the hotel room, but it's also sparking a conversation about carpeting. Who knew? Okay. So, what I want to leave you with today is what will speak. I'm leaving you with a question. What will speak to your ideal client? Like switching out the carpets for hardwood floor in the hotel rooms, how that makes it much more clean. And then some people are like, well, yeah, but then it's so much colder, it's so much bleaker. But what will spark debate with your people? Okay. And Jessica's awesome. She says showing your face always resonates with you and your brand to an ideal client. Exactly. Your beautiful face is what people want to see. Okay. And even like, it's, again, it could be the silliest thing. And I'm on this AEP, okay? And I asked one of the other agents, "Can you take my picture?" And actually, then she wanted me to take her picture. So I was like, "Cool, we're both on the same level here." And then, like, we were in the contemporary, and I asked somebody to take my picture, and I was like, "Would you like me to take your picture?" She's like, "Oh no, I don't need a picture of me." And I wasn't there as an educator, so I just, I, I'm not always in the teacher mode, um, but what will speak to them? And use that to inform your very next post. You have to first think of who do you want to read it? Okay. Who is your audience and what will speak to them? Because that will work more with the algorithm. All right, everyone, you have a wonderful weekend and be on the lookout for our March Madness Hotel Edition Resort. I haven't made it yet, but I've just been inspired by all the brackets going around and everybody talking about the March Madness. I thought, let me do one. I want to do one for agents. So be on the lookout for that and have a great weekend. Bye bye.